Phantom Sounds Production. What up, sound?
All right, let's see those juice boxes, y'all. See those juice boxes in the comments. If you are on the show, go ahead and hit that plus sign. But let's see those juice boxes in the comments. Oh. Take care of that one. Cover it up. Got you. You are on the show. Go ahead and hit the plus sign. If you are on the show, go ahead and hit that plus sign. But I want to see those juice boxes in the comments. Stay for the show, Belle. See what you're about to be advertising. You want to influence yourself and stay at the show. If you want something from me, I want something from you. Hey. Hello, y'all, and welcome to the Red Room Talk, y'all. You can find us here every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Red Room Talk is a show about love, intimacy, interpersonal relationships, including self. We are here to have candid discussions, show that in the end, no matter who you are and where you are from, we all have commonalities when it comes to matters of the mind and heart. Last episode, if you missed us, that's okay. You can find us on YouTube by following the link in my profile to my Instagram. Last episode, we talked about men's mental health, but this week we're going to get deep with this week's topic, home for the holidays, trauma around the table. Dun, dun, dun. Tonight in the Red Room, we have an all-star cast, y'all. We have my best friend and top badge, King of Diamonds. We have Teddy with the Migos. We have top badge, Calypso, the Lioness. And last but not least, we have my great friend, top badge, Ari. So y'all hit that plus sign and let's talk about family trauma. But before I let y'all in the box, all I ask is you keep your mind open and your language clean, okay? Okay.
Yo, hey, I was thinking, no, what if I keep my mind closed and my language dirty? Huh?
In the hallway, sir. In the hallway,
Huh?
yes. You'll find
In the
it.
hallway? Oh, yeah, look who they
Oh,
shut
that's
in
what
here
he
with,
said.
man.
Okay.
Look at this
Somebody
panel up
gets it.
here.
Somebody
Look
gets
at
that's
this
what he said.
panel up here. You got I'm about
I know
to
all the
cue
homies
up,
in here,
y'all.
man.
Hold up.
It's all the homies tonight, okay?
Hold
all
up,
the
let me
homies.
breathe. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. So yeah, first things first, I'm gonna let y'all introduce yourselves. But of course, in the red room, we are polite. Sorry, guys, but we let the ladies go first. So Calypso, we'll start with you. Let us know what you got going on. Let's know about your featured show, and why they call you the lioness. Okay.
Ooh. Okay, so first off, hi everybody. From King of Diamond on down. Who is that, Teddy?
Hello.
I wasn't expecting to be the first one because I hit the plus sign last. Okay, first off, I wanted to be last. Anyways, I'm Calypso the Lioness, the one and only here on the app. You will find no other. When you type in CAL, you will get Calypso. That's all you got to type the 3 words, the 3 letters I meant. I am Top Badge. I have a feature show which is airing tomorrow. And I need some people. I need y'all to stop being afraid of the hearts, okay? Because it's not all about the hearts sometimes, okay? We just have open discussions on Calypso's Lasting Love every Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? I'll tell you the rest later at the end of the show, okay? Thanks for having me, Jen.
Big Calypso in here. Let's go.
Big Calypso the lioness. Okay.
Okay, hey now, hey, it's Ari. Make sure you guys tune in every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Anonymously Ari, my amazing co-host, Kingy. It's here.
Oh, I co-host on that thing. Dang.
You co-host on that thing.
My week is very busy.
Very busy.
I got a busy week, man.
So make sure you guys tune in every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we talk about celebrity tea, sports tea, any videos that have went viral for that week, and we just give our opinions, our aspects on how we feel about each situation.
That part. Teddy.
What's up,
I
y'all?
think you need to let everybody know a little
Daddy,
something about you right quick.
Sorry, y'all. It was woo, and my dog is like woo. He's pull over that. Never
What's up,
mind.
y'all? Teddy with the Migos. Y'all know who I am. I just recently seen me in the Royale go to the finals without trying. I stream from 8 p.m. to whenever, every day. I'm a streamer, you know. So just check me out when y'all could. Hit me with that fave that. Only genuine love, you know. That's all I deal with. Other than that, I'm here.
That part, man. Shout out to the panel one more time. Anything. Hold up, just okay. Who in here? Y'all see this panel in here? It's gin and juice in here. All right, I'm playing. But with all seriousness, though, my name is King of Diamonds. You can call me Kingy. I got a feature show on the app every Thursday. If you rap, you sing, man, pull up. We looking for you. We always looking for the next get lit artist to be featured on the show. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later on. I got a lot of content, so you got to hit me up on Instagram. Tap that icon, tap that YouTube, so you can always stay active and updated on what's going on and you know the latest. But yeah, it was Red Room Talk tonight.
The red room. I am your host, Jen and Juice, y'all. This is the Red Room Talk. You can find me here every what? I need to hear y'all say every Saturday. At 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I just need to make sure y'all can roll your tongue Saturday. On the Red Room
I
Talk,
could
y'all.
do this one. Hold on, I could do this one. I could do that one.
And that's for the old Red Room Talk. This is the new. Anyway,
We upgraded.
Let me upgrade you. You can find me here every Saturday. You can find me every Tuesday on Cut the Beat with my actual co-host, my regular co-host, but you know, this is my favorite one. I'm just kidding. Don't tell him that. Cut the Beat G-Way with G-Way on Tuesdays. You can find me, of course, in Kingy Live every Thursday at 9 p.m. on the Getting Lit, the hottest music show on the app. You can find me every Friday. We'll launch your number on Emoji Charades. And then you can find me, of course, here on Saturdays. But other than that, you can find me late nights into early mornings or somewhere in between, y'all. But we're going to get started, okay? So family is a fundamental group unit of society. Families have unique characteristics and relationships compared to other groups of people. Almost no other group Besides, family has the level and range of influence on a person's life over time. From big decisions like where someone lives to things as simple as how they squeeze a toothpaste tube. At the same time, families don't come with instruction manuals. Being a part of a family doesn't necessarily mean that someone knows everything about being in a healthy, well-functioning family. The holidays tend to bring out the best and worst, not only in people, but family issues. I don't talk to Doug. I don't like Uncle Mike, etc. So how we interact during that time is detrimental to future gathering. I'm going to show a little funny clip, y'all. Usually I do something serious, but I'm going to show a little funny clip just to kind of give you a little view of what I'm talking about, okay? So hold on just a moment. Make sure my turned up.
Okay, that's a little different. I like this.
Yeah, we doing something a little different. This is
I
a new
like
red room,
this.
okay? We gotta come back different. Okay?
I like
Season
this.
5 is different, okay?
I like this.
Softly try it back there. Women, you're 39 years old. I would not expect you to call me that.
Well, I'm not going to, ever. Even if there's a fire. Robert, better have it. You won't drop them.
Sorry.
Brennan?
You feel me? Around the holidays, that's how we be feeling, okay? Don't get in my face. Don't let Uncle Doug come over here. Don't let Aunt Cindy come over here. And Aunt Kathy, I don't like you, okay? Ding. Anyways, just had to show y'all a little something funny before I ask this first question, y'all. But what I want to know is, what is the best way to address family issues with loved ones during the holidays? Before or after the family coming together, and why? What is the best way to address family issues with loved ones during the holidays?
I'm about to be real ignorant. We all know, on Thanksgiving, when all the cousins get together, before Thanksgiving actually goes down, we separate from the families to go somewhere and do something.
You can say it.
Okay, we separate and smoke. We go smoke.
Yeah.
We
There
all
you
go
go.
smoke. We all go smoke. And we have
We all get that.
we all get on the same level and we have conversations and we contribute, go back together. I feel like that's the best time. No?
Facts.
I feel like before, and you should go do whatever you gotta do, talk to whoever you gotta talk to, because it's always that one cousin that's reckless or that auntie that's reckless that don't care, and they gonna speak how they feel. So you gotta go talk to auntie like your auntie. Today we gonna chill, we gonna relax. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna take it easy, not too much drinking, because that's when auntie start going crazy. Respect.
Facts. Big facts.
So right before, I feel like right before, just give them that little prep talk.
For sure.
To calm everybody.
Yeah, definitely before you start pouring the liquor. Right when you checking the coats. Oh, y'all check coats? Oh, never mind. Shoes? No?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Before you do all that, before they even enter, you meet them at the car, actually at the curb. Like I be walking to the driveway, like, Tag, you're be saying I be walking down at the driveway, waving cars in.
You can't pull into nobody's driveway. We pull up at the curb.
Look, yeah, you can't be coming up in here today. First off, we not breaking no furniture, no glasses, none of that. We got a box for the deposit right here. You put some little change in there. You're going to pay for what you break, okay? Yeah. Before you pour the glasses of the spirits.
I gotta agree with the whole, with some of the panel. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say, yeah. After the fact. What about you, Jen? What you think?
For me, okay, so I'm gonna just tell you how my family kind of works. We push issues under the rug, okay, and we just let them go. Like, just gotta let it go. You know, we just let it go sometimes. I think with family, especially, you know, like things can get heated and things. Now, if it's a huge issue and we eventually have to talk about it, it might come out during the holidays, but I tend to say that it should wait till after the holidays because you don't want to ruin the moment. Like, I don't like Aunt Kathy, but we're gonna take care of this later. But she now, if Aunt Kathy steps to me, oh, we could talk about it. Okay, I'm not afraid to talk about it. Look, the elephant in the room. I'm just gonna tell you. But I feel like it should be meant for after the holidays. Like if you couldn't take the time to talk about it preview to the holidays, then you need to save that for later. You know what I'm saying?
So what y'all
Because then
saying? No prep talk?
you're interrupting everybody else who's trying to have a good time, especially during the holidays. Like that's when you really want to come together and enjoy each other's time. You know, even the ones that you don't like, you might find that, you know what, we just let bygones be bygones, and all that stuff that you thought was an issue, you just let it go. You know what I mean? So definitely, I think after the holidays, definitely not after drinking, because that's usually when it comes out, when it does come out. But definitely, I think just save it for after the holidays. If you can't save it for after the holiday, then you're really the issue here. You know what I'm saying?
But they're not talking. That's the point. They don't talk all those months leading up to the holiday.
Well, then
So
then maybe you're right. Maybe the conversation does need to happen before, so that way there's no awkwardness. But that's just not how. Let's be honest.
I mean,
How many
that's
families do you know work like that?
I've been saying in an ideal world, that ain't gonna happen.
Right.
Exactly.
So
That's why I said
Listen,
during the
if your-
moment when
if
we
your
all
family
disappear, when we disappear from the masses and we go and we smoke and you know we talk and take our little break, we have a little conversation and we try to make amends.
For sure. I feel like like sometimes it takes seeing each other to kind of bring out the issues that you forgot about all year long. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? I think when you kind of like interact with people, then you like start to feel that awkwardness that might be between you. You know what I'm saying? So then after, like, hey, listen, I don't want there to be any animosity towards, because I felt there was a distance between us, and come at it at that angle. Sometimes it takes till after, and you got to save face for the sake of everyone else in the family. You don't want to be at the dinner table and now you're having a food fight because, you know what I'm saying? So now you're having a food fight and everybody's arguing and all these things. You know, you don't want that. You don't want that kind of stuff at the holidays. You just want it to be a copacetic time, everyone to enjoy, and then move on to the next holiday, okay? Or funeral, whatever it is y'all get together for. Because mine seems to get together for funerals, not holidays. But anyways, I digress. If y'all are just pulling up, that's okay. We do have so much more to come. This is season 5, y'all. We are on season 5 of the Red Room Talk, but you can find us every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We just discussed what's the best way to address family issues. Just don't. No, I'm just kidding. With loved ones during the holidays. And now we're going to get a little more personal. Okay, let's get personal. The American family structure is changing. Cohabitation is on the rise. More people are postponing or foregoing marriage. A rising number of children live in a household with an unmarried parent. A same-sex marriage is now legal in all 50 states. These changes, coupled with other problems that families often encounter, such as issues with addiction or mental health, can have a huge impact on the family's dynamics. Most families face difficulties at some point. People are highly emotional beings, so disagreements and confrontations are inevitable. Each person has their own set of values, views, reactions, and thoughts. When you put several people with differing views and ways of thinking together, much like this show, some conflict naturally arises. Just kidding. In addition, the stresses of modern day life, from financial strain to the pressures on kids to perform academically, amongst other things, creates additional difficulties for many families. But sometimes it's a bit deeper than that. So I want to know, tell me about a family trauma and how or if it was resolved. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. And if you need me to start, I can start.
Oh, you want me to start? Who want to start?
Go ahead.
All right, look, now I'm just gonna throw it out there. Like, that's like one of the worst things, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you have to deal with is having a situation where, you know what I'm saying, when you just say you was holding this grudge because somebody wronged you or whatever, or vice versa, whatever. Y'all just went seeing eye to eye, and this is your family. And then, Lord forbid, they unexpectedly at the age of 32 years old die. And you like, well, that happened to me. You know what I'm saying? And so that's just for everybody in here. If you holding a grudge with family members, go on pass that up and just move on. Even if they want to, hold on to it, just you gotta let that go. You know what I'm saying? Life too short.
Yeah, I was gonna piggyback off of that. Me and my cousin, we were actually born 6 days apart. Her mom and my mom are sisters, and we celebrated every birthday together. We celebrated everything together. Um, but it came so, about 2 years ago, we had a falling out, and we lost my grandmother recently. And my grandmother's birthday's on Thanksgiving. So for me, like not having my grandmother there, I wish I would have had my cousin there. The same cousin that I don't talk to for any petty reason or any kind of falling out. So I definitely can relate to where King is coming from.
I'm trying to summarize mine because mine is big. I came on this app, and a lot of people in my stream know my story, right? So the year 2015, nipping in it, I'm compiling this real quick. So my brother did 25 years in prison, right? He got out 2013, 2015 Mother's Day. He committed a murder, right? He murdered a mom on Mother's Day. Okay, stressed my mom out so bad she passed away the same year, Labor Day, right? And then 8 months later, my oldest sister passed. So piggybacking off of King of Diamond, it has been really, really hard for me because he's doing life right now, right? And I've been coping with, should I forgive him? Because he had like a silver platter like laid in front of him. Like he didn't have to want for nothing when he got out. But yes, I know he's did all that time and his mind is different and all of that. But he caused a lot of damage. So I'm gonna need help with you guys and give me a little feedback on how should I pursue this, because my mom on her deathbed right before she passed, actually, she was like she wanted all the family to be together and forgive him and all of that. So that's a little rough for me, to be honest.
Sure. That's a,
Yeah, this is yeah. We
that's a
look.
rough
Shout
one.
out to the Red Room, because we in here, expressing stuff. Y'all don't get to see this side of us. So shout out to Jen and the Red Room Talk and Getting Lit Studios. And man, yeah. Sat, what you be saying? I can't say hello. Sarah.
Saturday.
I tried it.
Saturday.
I tried it. What you be saying? I don't know.
Um,
I tried it.
Come on, Teddy. I
I
see you over
mean,
there wanting.
my story is kind of different. It's just um last year I got on this app around December time, but before that, on Thanksgiving, actually, my youngest son passed away at 1 year old, and
Sorry to hear that.
I just distanced myself from the whole world, basically my family, everybody, friends, and I don't know. One person stood out to me, and I was just hanging with her, and she was actually on this app, and I was talking to her one day, and I thought she was on Facebook Live, and she was like, "Nah, I'm on Tag Live," and she was like, I didn't know Tag had live though. You know what I'm saying? I knew about it. I downloaded it. I never really was on it. So she was like, "Nah, you got to come on this side." She got on my phone, and I just started fucking with it ever. Oh, excuse me. I just started dealing with it ever since, and that's the only way I could have coped with dealing with my son's death. You get what I'm saying? So these past couple of days even been weird to me. I don't even know how to feel about the situation because it's so still new to me. Like it's just the first year of him not being here. So I'm honestly just trying to learn how to deal with it. And I'm dealing with it with tag. You know, I'm keeping myself busy on tag and stuff. So I'm just here trying to see how I could deal with it, honestly.
So, first, I want to say my condolences from me and everybody here on the cast. I'm sure all of us feel for you. And thank you for sharing that because that's something that's very, I'm sure, hard for you to share. So I definitely give gratitude for you opening up about that. So I mean it's not the same, but when I lost my dad, like for my family, for whatever reason, when it comes to death in the family, it brings out the worst in everybody. Somebody's upset, somebody this or somebody that, you know, it always kind of comes full circle, like where somebody's upset with somebody and all these things are going on, you know, and it really caused like a rift between you know, the family. And you know, like my dad kind of was the one, like the glue that made sure all the family came together. So now, like going to family functions, it seemed like after he passed, like they kind of left us kids, like my family. My dad was adopted by his parents. My mom was also adopted by her. So we have a very different kind of family. Like, you know, they don't ever make us, I won't say don't ever, but some don't make us feel that way. But like when it came to the holidays, like the grandparents would buy for all the other children, right? But when it came to our family, they would send a fruit basket. And my dad finally, when I remember one year, snapped, and he was like, keep your little $15 that you spent on that fruit basket and buy these kids Christmas gifts like you do your other grandchildren. So that was kind of our trauma, as far as like we just were treated differently, even, you know, before his death and after his death. But especially I think I felt it after his death because like my dad loved his family so much, and I think that was like what bothered me the most because he held them to such a high standard that like after that I felt very even more so estranged than I did probably before. But growing up I definitely felt it too. Like why does you know, Papa and them treat them different than us? You know, why do, you know, even down to, I remember my dad saying when we were babies that my dad had asked his dad to help him with diapers before, and he laughed in his face. So I look at things like that I really think about that kind of came full circle being grown and kind of feeling that same estrangement from them. So just dealing with that, I think I just learned to say, you know what, those who are for me, and I will connect with those, and the ones who don't, I won't. You know what I mean? You just kind of have to like let it go at some point, you know, just let it go. Like let them be the ones missing out because I'm a great person. So you're really the one missing out, not me.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Anyone else have anything to say or a story to kind of tell? No?
I just want
All right.
Y'all ain't got no advice for me. I see, right? Y'all, how should I
I'm
know?
like, listen, Calypso, that was deep, girl. That's deep. We can talk about it
Tell me
after.
about it.
I need some
No.
time. Well, I need
Yeah.
some time.
No, for real. We could
Yeah.
definitely talk about
We'll
it.
come back to you seriously. At then we'll come back to it because I really do want to touch on that. No, not King. You don't do it. But yeah, what was you about to say,
I'm
King?
gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
I knew it. I
No,
knew
we
it as
gotta
soon as
keep
it
the,
came
we
out
gotta
my
keep the
mouth. I
mood
knew
light.
it.
You know, we expressing our feelings and everything, but you know, we gotta smile. And that's
Yeah.
just part of my advice with any situation too, right there. You know what I'm saying? Before we even, you know, but yeah, man, we gotta, you know, stay bright, stay uplifted. We gotta uplift each
Yeah.
other while we're here. Like I said, life's short. We gotta
For
make this work.
sure.
I feel you. I feel you.
So y'all, if you are just pulling up, this is season 5, episode 2 of the Red Room Talk. You find us every Saturday at 10 p.m. You haven't missed much. We still have more to come. We just discussed what is the best way to address family issues and then your own personal stories. But now we're gonna move on to relationships. I could go on and on about what you should or shouldn't do with your partner when you are having relationship problems, but today we'll be discussing one critical thing not to do that doesn't involve your partner when you're having relationship problems. Spoiler alert, it's not cheating or going on a bender, though I would advise against those two actions as well. What we'll be discussing is all too common and can cause big problems for you and your partner down the road if you engage in it. Even though it's tempting and it helps you feel better, Lord, does it help you feel better? It can be highly dangerous to your relationship. What I'm referring to is talking about your relationship problems to your friends and your family. So I'm going to ask, have you ever shared your relationship with your issues with your close family members? Why or why not? Is that okay? Have you ever shared your relationship with your close family members?
I did,
Why?
but I feel like I won't know more ever again.
Exactly.
it,
I think we all in agreement right there.
it just don't work out good.
Even that
Yeah,
part, it don't work out. Even with
I
close
never
friends too.
had. Yeah, I never had. I feel like whether they wish you good or bad is like I just feel like they just waiting. They waiting. They waiting. They sitting in the back waiting. That's just how I feel.
Yep.
So I don't try to include them in my personal relations.
For
Yeah.
sure.
They would definitely, when y'all have that argument and be like, oh, you're in the kitchen drinking the wine. Yeah, this, and this, which that's one of the rules that I have. Do not. I've never like argued in front of the kids. I've never talked about my mate to family members because I'm telling, just like Artie said, they ready, they waiting there because when you make up and you back in front of them, they're gonna throw it back in your face. They're gonna be like, oh, what you? Yeah.
Did he cheat
I,
on you? Didn't he do
100%.
this?
Didn't I tell you that?
He was this.
Remember when I said
Uh-huh.
Right,
For sure.
right.
Mm.
All that.
no?
I definitely
Mm-mm.
agree because I know.
Plus the part where they telling your business.
Because let
Right.
me
Oh
tell
man.
you,
Don't
it's
don't
been
forget about that part too.
right. Because look, it's been 8 years almost since I've been split from my ex-husband, and my brother still want to whoop his behind. They still be like, man, if I could just get a hold of him, I'll, knowing they never would, but but they have that anger because they love me. Your family is always going to love and care about you first, and they are not going to be as forgiving. I'm a forgiver.
Yeah.
I'm a forgiver. Now, it might take me some time to forgive you, but your family is not going to forgive. That's all I got to say, sissy. See? But your family is not going to be as forgiving as you are. I often protected him, even as bad as it ever got. I often protected him because I was the one telling him, but it also came in full circle for him. He would tell his mother about our issues, of course, painting me in a worse light than I am. So the woman hated my guts for no reason. I never did her son wrong. I was always kind and loving and did all the, the wifely duties and all that. But she hated me because of the way that he painted me. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's kind of what happens when you do that. Now, if you need, and I'm going to be honest, this is the one place that I think that is okay to go, and that's your therapist. Because they don't know them from a hole in the wall, and they're going to be very objective. You're not, they're going to be from a different standpoint. They're not going to be like, well, I know that Tommy did this and this and this and that. You know what I'm saying? They're just going to come from a standpoint of what's good for your mental health. So that's what I think. If you're going to share it with somebody, it needs to come from a professional or somebody who is on the outside that doesn't know or have any feelings towards you, i.e. a guy friend who really secretly like you or something, because they're always going to come from a standpoint. You are the one who has to live with the decision that you decide to go with whatever it is that you're going with. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm going to say about that. If y'all are just pulling up, that's okay. You're just a little late, just a little late. But you haven't missed much. We still have more to come. We just discussed what is the best way to address family issues with loved ones during the holidays and your own personal story about divulging your relationship issues with family. But now let's talk about the taboo side. The black sheep of the family. is someone who is marginalized, scapegoated, misunderstood. They may be particularly sensitive, emotionally intense, curious, and are wired differently. When the family has identified a person as the black sheep, all members project unwanted negative traits onto the scapegoat. Pointing fingers at the black sheep of the family is an unconscious strategy for some family members to evade their own emotional materials. The official term for the black sheep of the family in the systemic family theory is the identified patient. The term is used to describe the phenomenon of how a family with unhealthy relationship dynamics assigns one person in the family as the scapegoat. Theories on family systems have taught us that it is not uncommon for family members to carry particular roles. Apart from the black sheep scapegoat role, some other common roles include the baby. I was a baby girl, the pet, and the peacemaker. Also the peacemaker. Through the mechanism of projection, pointing the finger at another family member as the cause for all the woes is a common unconscious strategy used by some family members to evade their own emotion. Why do I keep saying emotioner? Free. Immersion their pain and sufferings. Okay, I just want to keep saying this. I'm just gonna say it like that. I guess that's how we're gonna say it from now on. Okay, immersion. Being made the black sheep of the family forms a toxic family dynamic, which can result in complex trauma and a wide array of psychological impacts. I want to get personal and ask, what family member is known as the black sheep of the family? Is it you? And do you know why they are the black sheep? Give me a little bit.
I was the black sheep. I was the black sheep. I was the one when I got arrested. It was like El Chapo got arrested or something. Like I just did the worst thing in the world. I just killed 20 people. You know what I'm saying? Like it just let my older cousin get arrested for carrying a illegal firearm, and oh, it's all right. We're gonna bail him. But me, it could be a joint, and I need probation. I need to go to a boarding school, everything. So I felt like I was definitely the black sheep, and I definitely used to get blamed for stuff. So, but I used to just hold it down. Like I never used to be like, no, it wasn't me, it was it. I used to be like, whatever, and just go about it, take the punishment, and just leave. But I don't know, maybe I'm different.
So for me, I was the black sheep of my family. When I was younger, I was very athletic. I did cheerleading, dance, gymnastics, all of that. But at a certain point in time, I became really sick. Um, I ended up being in a wheelchair. So I depended on being in a wheelchair. So I guess my family thought like I would be wheelchair bound like for forever or a long time, but um now I have 5 LLCs. I'm a businesswoman. I do for myself. I live a normal life. So I felt like they held that against me, but yeah, I'm doing I don't want to sound like I'm bragging, but I'm doing better than majority of my family. So yeah, I was definitely the black sheep of my family.
That ain't no brag.
Some people take it as bragging, but
That
Pat
ain't a
yourself on
brag.
the
I
back.
mean,
Hello.
you just explaining,
yeah.
you just explaining what's going on.
So I was definitely
Ain't
the
no wrong with
black
that, no
sheep.
brag.
Sure.
Oh, definitely, man. This Calypso, what you got, man? Before I get what I got.
I already told you the black sheep now, but piggybacking off of Ari, that's how it is. Like when you're not outdoing your other siblings because I'm 7 out of 8, right? And it's split 4 and 4, 4 girls, 4 boys. And because they didn't push, because we all when we were young, we said, okay, we're gonna have this family business, whatever. And
Hmm.
I was the only one that went on and got what I needed to do, right? And the other two, they didn't, the other 3 didn't. So that causes the jealousy and the envy and things of that nature that does label you as a black sheep, but you're not. You know what I mean? You did what you were supposed to do.
Right.
Technically, they're the black sheep because they're not. They didn't do what they were supposed to do.
Hello.
So
Oh, right.
you know.
Hold up. You heard the bell.
I was waiting.
I had
I
to
was
give you
waiting
half,
for the
half
ding.
of
I
it,
was
and then
waiting
I had
for
to give
it.
you the whole
I was
thing.
That's
waiting
also
for
what
it.
you said. You
Said
wait
take
for
it slow. So you know, hey, who in here? It's Red Room Talk. You
Respect.
heard it. Might learn a little something from this panel in here. Okay, but yeah, most definitely, I can feel everybody on the panel tonight. It was a perfect mesh. You know what I'm saying? We kind of always seem like we cut from the same cloth. You know, and I myself, I had um I knew early on. I felt like I was a black sheep because just my family was already on the verge of like on some splitting up stuff. My family all over the USA. You know what I mean? I don't have that many like immediate family. You know, so where at least that's how I grew up. You know what I mean? Like a certain age, everybody went around. So when I get like in high school, I went through my rebellious stages. You know how you go through. Oh, I'm grown. I'm whatever. So I moved out, 17, got my own place, car, money. You know, I'm in the streets with it, hustling, all that, and boom, get jammed up. So you know, you learn life, but my family had kept that image like of me. Is this just this, oh, he the dope boy, he gonna always be the dope boy, and when I come around and you know but yeah, man. So yeah, I'm most definitely black sheep too, man. So we just some black sheeps in here.
Yep. Speaking on that.
We just blacked out.
So when I was younger, like my oldest brother was definitely the black sheep. He was out in the streets. He was running away from the time he was 14 years old, getting into the gang life or trying to be, he was always doing, bad things, drinking, doing all the things that you shouldn't be doing, causing ruckus, which it all kind of stems from other issues like with his biological mother and things, which so growing up, it was definitely my brother. And I was actually just laughing, talking to my mom about this show, about gonna do this episode. I was like, well, it's funny. It used to be him. I said, but I really feel like it's me now. I got sick almost 2 years ago, and I was like the family like pride, right? Everyone loved me because I was an artist and I could draw and I could take pictures, and I was always their photographer, and I did all these things for everybody for free, and I did all these great things. But when I got sick, and let me tell you how many people I can count that actually check on me. How many people still wanted to use me knowing I was too sick to help them, and I still would struggle and help them, you know what I mean? And I was like, we were kind of laughing like it was funny, but I was like, it's sad because these are people who are like, much like my father, I held these people to a higher standard. And so like, because I was like, people just abandoned me. And I was like, that's kind of something I've dealt with in my life, abandonment trauma. But this is something much on a different scale, to get sick and you need your family at that time the most. And like, much like Teddy said, that's why I turned here. I didn't realize that the people that I would hear, Kingy, that's the one person who really kind of knew what I was truly going through. I mean, I was going to the cancer center. I was going to all these things. And the one person who kept me going when I didn't want to, when we're talking about to get the badge, to get the show, all of that. He was the one person behind the scenes being like, you got this, you can go, you could do this. He was the one person who knew when my own family wasn't there. So that's why I think on here, especially, you create these connections. That's why y'all are here in the box tonight. But those things really, like, being the black sheep of the family, there's like they just don't understand, I guess, that you know that you're people too. Like we go through things. Like even my oldest brother, you know, going through what he was going through. I think often people do things to get attention in the wrong way. You know what I mean? And so I think he was really just looking for attention in the wrong ways. He didn't know how to get what he was looking for, so he did things bad. You know what I mean? But so yeah, we'll leave that one there. If y'all are just pulling up, this is the Red Room Talk. You can find us every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You have not missed much, y'all. We just discussed what's the best way to address family issues during the holidays, or your own personal story about divulging your relationship issues with family. Then we talked about the black sheep of the family. Now I want to discuss a hypothetical situation. I am going to play a clip, y'all. This one is not funny, okay? This is very, I mean, it can be funny if you watch the show, but not this part, okay? I'm going to give you guys a little preview to the hypothetical situation we are going to talk about.
Got it together, that's all. Girl, you better act like you got some sense. Shut up, Tammy. Nobody's talking to you. But I'm talking to you.
Can y'all hear it?
You're always in my business. It is so obvious. Jealous of what? Shut up, Calvin. Tammy. Shut up, Harold. What I got to be jealous of? Tammy. Stop.
No, Shirley. You need to let this happen. You need to let this happen and figure out what the hell is going on with these children. Let it happen. Let it get all I know. Don't say what you need to say. Say what you need to say, Ken.
I want to hear this. Of me. That's right, I said it. Me. My family. My husband. Oh, girl, please. I don't want anything you got. Then you get rid of what you don't want. Don't you? Like us. We're your family. All Mama wanted us to do was sit down and have dinner, but you just can't do that. Why, Kimberly? Are we too ghetto for you? You don't eat greens and cornbread? Tammy. No, Mama. I need to say this. I'm not jealous of you. I'm not the one who got pregnant at 13 and had Mama to raise my child. Tammy. Say something now.
Kimberly, what is she talking about?
You are too ghetto for me. You make me sick. Let's go. Let's go. Now, Calvin. I need to talk to Kimberly. Sorry, Mama.
It had to happen, Shirley. Don't worry about it. It had to happen, Shirley. Let's pray, please. Come on, honey. Kimberly got a baby. Call on Jesus.
It was a sorry, mama. Sorry, mama.
You used to watch the baby? Maybe.
She wasn't.
I had to, but I'm sorry, mama.
You need to join, baby, really. Come on in the room. Tell the pastor I say, come on in the room. You used to watch that, baby?
Yes.
Jesus is my doctor, and he writes out all of my scriptures. We're here. Where you at? I mean, we all here, then, right? Yeah.
You should look in the mirror.
Whew, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Tyler
So-
Perry is doing too much for me on there. Y'all would have
Yeah.
never watched that without you.
You know, but I showed that for a reason. I'm gonna ask. This is the first time I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna ask a hypothetical situation. So your mother shares with you that your biological mother is really your aunt. However, this person has already passed away. Could you forgive her for keeping it a secret all these years?
Yikes. Nope.
Yikes. It's
Why
unforgivable.
not tell me
I
the
ain't gonna
truth
say
and
it's
let me
unforgivable.
decide?
It's yikes
It's
though.
like
How
a.
y'all feel?
I mean. Okay.
I love all y'all's faces right now. I just want to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why
So
not let me decide that?
you said the biological mother has passed.
Yes, and you find out that your biological mother was actually your aunt, much like that clip.
So who's been playing my
But
biological
however,
mother?
they have already now passed away. Could you forgive her? You're the one who adopted you. Could you forgive her for keeping it a secret all these years? For those of you who are requesting the box to talk, please wait just to the end. We have not much time left, but I will give you time to talk at the end of the show. But please don't leave.
That's tough.
I can't forgive them.
Yeah,
Because
that's
I
tough.
feel like,
Teddy said unforgivable.
yeah,
He said unforgivable.
yeah, nah, you
Especially
can't
if they've
forgive
already
nothing like that.
passed. I feel like especially if they've already passed, that kind of throws in like a
Yeah,
dynamic. So
you
now I
took
have
that.
no chance to even get close to them as my
Right.
biological
Right.
mother.
Yeah,
You've
You
that's
took
taken
that
that
option away
option
from me.
from me,
I
Jinx.
feel all y'all on that, but I'm gonna have to disagree.
Definitely.
Cause like I had already said earlier, like we were talking about family and holding grudges, and man, life's too short for all that. I can't stress that enough, man. Life is too short.
It would be really
You know,
hard. It would take a lot of
it'd be
conversation.
real hard, but it's like I feel like it's some things
You don't
that
understand.
I mean, like if somebody, you know, killed somebody, and if it was like and if they went out like in a violent manner, or did something to harm you in a violent manner or whatever. I mean, it's a lot of stuff like that, that I would think of to be unforgivable. But something like that, I mean, even though that's hard or whatever, I feel like you just have to be real with yourself. Like, this life, stuff happen in life. We just gotta keep pushing forward.
And look more at the fact that the person who adopted you loved you so much that they took care of your whole life and
That
protected you
part,
from
yeah,
whatever reason it was. To look at it from the other angle, you know what I mean?
yeah, that
Yeah, you
part.
could have went in a
Yeah.
foster home. You could have been in a worse
You could have
situation.
been worse. You could have been out of here. You couldn't have never known what a family was.
Exactly. So, but
That's
I
true
think
too.
that come with maturity though. A lot of people don't have that where they can weigh options of coulda, shoulda, woulda. You know what I mean? So
Nah,
it's
that
just
part.
yeah.
Right.
That part for real.
So yeah, I think we all kind of agree on that. That's a rough one. That's
I'm gonna
definitely
be mad as fuck though. I'm gonna be
Still
mad.
in the family. That's
Now I feel
you're
y'all the most.
still in the family.
I'm
right.
gonna be
Still
mad.
in
Like,
I just think more like that you didn't trust that at some point that I was mature enough to tell me at a different time, not till after they passed. You know what I mean? I think that's for me
I'm
because I'm gonna be honest, even in my own family, I've had things kept from me because they felt that I couldn't handle it, which really in turn made me more upset than just telling me.
I've been there too. Most definitely, I've been there too.
So, and I'm like, you didn't trust enough that I was the kind of person that could handle whatever you was going to give me. And that means that you thought less of me than, so I've dealt with that.
Mm-hmm.
But if y'all are just pulling up, this is the Red Room Talk, which you can find every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're definitely late, really
I ain't
late.
even gonna try.
Saturday.
Spell it in the comments.
Saturday. SATTTTA day. Anyway, we are now at the hottest part of the night, y'all. Scary. When you hear that sound, that means we are at our hot seat question segment, y'all. We are doing things a little different this season. Our hot seat question is now left up to the fate of the audience. So I need all y'all audience members to stay where you're at. Don't leave. I went to Instagram to ask our peers what they wanted to ask for this week's hot seat question. If you want your question to be featured on next week's episode, make sure that you go to my profile, click on the icon, and follow me on Instagram, and look out for that hot seat question post, y'all. Now is the time. I need you guys to all gather and enter in the comments who on the panel you want to answer tonight's hot seat question. But before I reveal it, I want y'all to go ahead and enter who you want to answer the question now. I can't play it because it's copyright. I'll play a little bit for the show song, you know what I'm saying? We got Ari, we got Teddy, we got Ari, we got another Teddy. Okay.
Boom, ding, huh? Yeah. Who in here?
Ari.
I did.
I'm saying Ari.
I sung the music. I sung the theme music and all.
Okay,
and
Yeah,
I
and she sung the theme music. Yeah, and she went ahead and
Okay.
put the whole thing on.
So this week, a viewer wrote in and asked, you ready, Ari?
I think so.
If you found out that your dad is not your real dad, but he's been there since birth, and at 18, he tells you the truth, are you mad at him or are you mad at your mom?
I'm not mad at nobody because I would hope at the end of the day, if I'm 18 and he took care and he was around that long, that I'm okay. So I'm not mad at nobody. I would hope that during the duration of the 18 years of that time of my life that they both embedded the right things in me. So I'm not mad at nobody. But I still want to know who my daddy is.
For sure. Like who's your daddy?
Who my daddy?
I'll be your daddy.
Who my daddy?
I was the pappy of that day, baby.
Right. I the pappy.
I was the pappy.
I mean, y'all can weigh in too.
I just look, somebody had to say, come on, y'all too quiet in here. It's Red Room talk, man. Look, come on. Who in here with us?
Right.
Yeah, I'm not mad at nobody. I just want to know who my daddy is. That's it. Oh, it's my daddy. Okay.
Wow, that's that is most illogical.
I agree. Like, how do y'all feel about that? I mean, I kind of agree the same way, but I still would want to know, first of all, why it was kept from me as long as it was, when I feel like at some point, as long as that man loves you as his own, you know, why did you feel like you had to keep it from me all these years until I was 18?
Hopefully you get that answer. I'm sorry. Go ahead, baby.
My ex found out when he was in his 30s.
Yeah.
That his dad wasn't his dad. He wasn't mad. He wanted to know his other side of the family, you know, because at that point, like, what can you do? You gonna be mad? I mean, you gotta accept it. Like, you turned out all right. So, you know.
Not that you turned out all right.
You did all right. You did all right.
Look, he sure was.
In my case,
his dad was like, I sure can.
In my case,
make some kids.
In my case, if my father wasn't my pops, I would be so upset because all my life I just heard, you look just like your father.
You look just like your daddy.
You look just like your daddy. Yo, so if I find out he's not my, I'm gonna be highly upset. So like, who do I really look like? Like, I'm looking at this dude like I really do look like him.
No.
So, nah, what's going on?
Ghosted said in the comments that he had earlier and then just now again about the DNA test. I actually just recently got the DNA test, right? And I'm gonna explain why, because my whole life I've kind of always wondered where I was from, or I guess I thought it was gonna like be this missing puzzle piece to my life of who I am, right? I thought that was gonna tell me who I was. I don't know why in my warped sense of mind that I thought this DNA test was gonna have the answers for me, because both my mother and my father were adopted. My mom didn't know her real father. The mother who raised her was actually her aunt. Go figure. But her biological mother was there later in life, and throughout her life. But my father was adopted by a man who I found out honestly through the DNA test. I wasn't connected to any of my family members. So that tells me that the father that adopted him was actually not his father. So I did learn that. But I thought it was going to give me some sense of something that I was going to know. All I know is where I'm from, and I'm a mutt, y'all, just so you all know. Okay, I'm throughout all of Europe, Albanian, I'm all these things, you know. So I found that. But I think it was just a sense of self that I really thought I was going to get from it. But in the end, I think what I needed to just know is that the family that I have is okay. Maybe I don't need to know all that to know who I am. I know who I am. So I think just that kind of is what I took from it, because we were talking about all this on Thanksgiving about the show and what I was going to do. And even for her, not knowing who her real father was, she got the DNA test thinking, you know, it was going to give her some answer. But in the end, she just needs to know that she is who she is and what life she's touched. And that really is irrelevant to who she is. But it's over, y'all. We're at the end of the show. Tonight's topic was home for the holidays, trauma around the table. You're definitely late, y'all, but don't fret. You can find us on YouTube by clicking that icon. Please go subscribe to my YouTube, y'all. There is an array of 5 seasons of episodes on there. Okay, we are on the 2nd episode of 5 seasons. I think I said that right.
Talk about this 5 seasons right
5
quick. Hold
seasons.
on.
I'm gonna tell you why. Can I explain this, King?
How many episodes?
Let me explain why there's 5 seasons of the
I
Red
had
Room.
a feature show for 2 years, and we just now finna be on the 4th season.
So let me explain. I'm going to explain to y'all before we go why I have 5 seasons. So the first season, it was when I first started, right? And we were talking about some spicy situations, but I wanted to break away from that. So every time I have a season is actually when I grow. It's when I feel like I have to move on to something new. So my first season was that. I went into the 2nd season and I was more polished, right? And then I knew I wanted to get featured, so I was working and I was more polished. By the time I got to the 3rd season, now I have a layout and I'm even more polished. But I had to move on because I was changing the dynamic of my show. So now into the 4th and then even the 5th season, after getting my badge and much of that, it's all been growth for me. So every season, so when y'all are watching the show, you're really watching me grow as a streamer.
What she's saying is don't sleep on her. She growing. Hello.
So you either going to grow with me or grow away from me. And I think that just for me is why I have all the seasons, because it's really just seasons of my life. There's shout out to my mother for making the sexiest child of the family. Anyways, at the end of every show, y'all, we wrap up the show with a quote that kind of comes to this healing mark, y'all. So this is the quote for the week, and then I'm gonna let you guys give your outros and let us do all those great things. Pain travels through family until someone is ready to heal it in themselves. By going through the agony of healing, you no longer pass the poison chalice onto the next generations that follow. It is incredibly and important and sacred work. So make sure y'all let the family cycle end with you. Create those healing moments. Start healing from within your family circle. And it all does start at home, in your home. And when you guys come together, you can make that one healing moment in your household spread throughout the family and stop that family cycle of pain and trauma. So really just know that you are sometimes the key to stopping the cycle. Okay? Y'all, this has been the Red Room Talk. I love and adore all of you. Thank you guys who have been in the comments and supporting all of these folks. I'm gonna go ahead and give you all your outros, and then I will play a song at the end to kind of wrap up the YouTube video. And at the end of that song, the top 3 gifters get a graphic made by me because I'm fantastic. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start with the ladies. Let us know what you got going on, Calypso. Let us know about your awesome featured show and your other shows. And then we'll move on to Ari because we are polite here and we let ladies go first. Okay.
Thank you again for having me. I had to set an alarm because I said, "Ooh, the show tonight." I was already knocked out. Anyways, thank you again for having me. Tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you know, I have Calypso Blasting Love. I need somebody for the show. Hello? Hello?
Is there anybody out there? Oh, sorry.
Hello?
How many people you need?
Look. 1, 2, 3, ham, potatoes, tomatoes, ham, all, okay, yeah, whatever, you know.
All you need to hear is this.
We're gonna make it a show, okay? We're gonna do a recap of, I might take a little bit of what we talked about tonight, not much, just a sprinkle, okay? Anyways, we have still on the app, Eye Candy Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, State the Facts. You could come in the stream, or we could do a verse style. You know, it's for a platform for the viewers and everybody in the tag community to get to know your stream and who you are, and just put your best foot forward, you know, and just show us what you got.
Ding.
No, we ain't gonna. It ain't gonna just be one. It's gonna be.
Okay. So,
Dean.
Calypso, if you need some people, make sure you hit up me, okay, King of Diamonds or Jen. But we gonna act like that
Don't
and just
leave
have
me
it.
out.
So, or
Look at
Teddy, Look at Teddy.
Look at Teddy.
Hello, don't sleep on us little people now. Now, okay, so every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have Anonymously Ari and my stream, and we have the amazing co-host, King of Diamonds. Make sure y'all pull up. Every Wednesday, we're talking about celebrity tea, sports tea, any videos that have went viral for that week. So make sure y'all pull up. If you're interested on being in the show, make sure you hit me up on Instagram through my DMs.
Dip hard. Teddy.
Teddy with the Migos. They say Teddy got all the Migos, but I'm just a regular streamer trying to get my top badge, y'all. Y'all know how I do. You know what I'm saying? I stream every day if I could. 8 p.m. or whatever time during the day you could catch me on. Or you could catch me at nighttime at Hotel Teddy. You know what I'm saying? Come through, get your pillow, your blanket. We're gonna chill. We're gonna vibe out. It's all about the vibes with me.
Hotel Teddy.
I went to the whole. It was nice. There was free soaps and everything. I was like,
not free soaps.
There were free soaps and little soaps.
Are you leaving the light on for us?
The robe? Did we get the robe too?
Cozy ones, Versace.
I'm there. Period.
Okay. Silk sheets. Okay.
Respectfully. Nah, but we have fun in our lives, so just pull up, man. Show some love, and I show love too.
Teddy with the Migos. Don't forget the Migos. Yeah, I hit you with the fade too, bro. Make sure
I got you, bro. I definitely got you.
Hit the whole panel with the fade. I'm King of Diamonds. You can call me Kingy. I got a lot of content. As Ari said, we got a show on Wednesdays. I'm doing some on Mondays. Spoiler alert, okay? Come check us out with it. Just man, look, I got a lot going on. All right. So you just gotta hit me with the fade, pull up, and we can chop it up. And you know, that's
and if you want a show, we produce shows, y'all. We do the graphics. We'll help you develop it, all of that. So make sure y'all hit.
Shout out to my graphic designer, Jen, to my Jews. I'm sorry.
Okay, I do logos. I do all of that.
Facts.
All of y'all know, don't you? I forgot.
Nah, for real. So if you got a show idea, just pull up, man. You know, let's talk.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I got you.
Chop it up. All it.
I'm definitely gonna pull up on you, though. Definitely.
Pull up on me.
I'm gonna pull up on all y'all. Don't worry.
I am the host of this very show, y'all. The Red Room Talk. We do this show just to help y'all. This is y'all. This is the people show. Okay. At the end of the day, this is the people show. I do this for y'all. I ask y'all what you guys want to talk about, what you want to hear, and I take heed, and that's why we're here tonight. But you can find me every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, y'all. I need y'all to say it one more time. Saturday, Yeah, Saturday. No. Okay. But you can
Oh,
find me
she
every
put the
Saturday at 10 p.m.
burn.
Eastern Standard Time, y'all. Or you can find me late nights and the early mornings. I do have other shows every Tuesday. I'm Cut the Beat with G-Way. Every Thursday, I be on Getting Lit with Kingy with the Dingy. Every Friday at 8 p.m. with Wancho Number. And then here. Yeah. So find me at some point, y'all. Just come catch a vibe. Seriously, I'm one of the chillest people on here. So make sure y'all hit me and all of this fine panel with a fave because I love all of these people. They are near and dear to me, y'all. But respects to you, Teddy. I didn't know if I could get you on, but you was a good
Pull
addition.
up.
So I really thank you for coming tonight. Seriously, this
Not a vibe.
That's what she said too, by the way.
Exactly. Respectfully.
Good night, people. I need to go outside.
I'm
Right after
Okay.
the show.
Somebody get
I'm
There you
done.
go.
but yeah, I'm gonna play a little ditty, y'all, so we can end this YouTube video. And by the end of it, whoever is those top 3 gifters, they get a graphic for free. Love you, mommy. She fine as heck, y'all. You can look at that picture. Mama B, that's my mama. That's where I get it from. Okay?
What up, sound?
And that's my sister. She also fine. Okay.
I love this beat. I
You
love
old
this
mama.
beat.
Okay.
Jen, I love
Hey,
this
sis.
beat.
Oh, it's gonna turn into a song very shortly. We're laying words down to it. All right, we got those top 3 gifters. We got Baldy at the top. We got Kingy with his dingy, and we got Wancho Number. Okay, but Calypso, before we go back to your
Yes, your question.
Yeah.
child,
I'm gonna use the bathroom, but I'm listening.
that's a big one. That's a big one.
Yeah.
I think the only way that that's going to be resolved in one is it's just going to have to keep being a conversation on the table. It's going to have to keep being a conversation on the table until you listen. The more you talk about something, just like on this show, right? The more you talk about it, the less it's stigmatized because you're talking about it. I think that it's just going to have to keep being brought up until people are ready to talk about it. You can't just, if you keep pushing something on the rug, much like my family does, I need to see out the building, sir. If you keep pushing it under the rug, it's something that's never going to get dealt with. And I think people need to come to this conclusion that it's okay to talk about the elephant in the room.
It's a big one.
It's definitely a big one.
It's a big elephant.
Definitely a
Big old
elephant.
elephant.
I mean, I'm just gonna say it like, sometimes you just have to go on dress your head on
Yeah.
and just go and get them situations out of the way so you can regain that peace. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at in life.
Definitely.
Everything.
For sure.
Oh no. What y'all doing tonight? I be up in the morning, but I look too good to go to sleep right now.
I've been drinking coffee during the show. I ain't going. I'm jonesing. Okay, Jones.
Thought you was drinking coffee.
I had to laid on the couch. I was like, "Ooh, I gotta do this show."
I had to call King because he said he was taking a nap, and I know how his behind sleep.
Like this joint before I have to go home.
It's over. The box is gone.
Yeah, so maybe I'll probably do it. If I can't get anybody, of course I'll do it solo. I hate to do it solo, but I have a lot to talk about anyways. But if it come down to it, I can. But it's a lot of fun with company though.
Yeah.
You know that.
I'll be attending.
I feel like
What time?
Calypso and Jen, y'all mesh together perfectly because y'all stream like around the same hours.
Look, we know. Look, she a Leo, but I swear she got Virgo tendencies, and I'm a Virgo
No.
with Leo tendencies.
Yes,
So.
exactly. Exactly.
She's a definite
Big Virgo
energy.
vibes. You know the vibes.
I want to ask you guys actually, and I never do this, but what would y'all like to hear on future episodes? What would be some issues that y'all would like to bring to the table that y'all would like to hear? I don't get to ask that very often. Of
I got a good one. Closet friends. People that acknowledge you as a friend behind closed doors. That's what I want to talk about tomorrow on my show. Rexes! Yes, there's a lot of that goes on. Can I bring it to the app? And in the real world as well. But people want to be your friend behind closed doors, but don't want to let other people know you're friends with them, or associates. A lot of people use the friend word freely, and they're really associates or business partners technically. So I think that's a nice hot seat question. I think
definitely make sure y'all be hitting my. I don't like if you guys ever have a hot seat question. Look, no question is too deep for me. I'm sorry, but it really ain't. I like the ones that make you sit here and think, like when now after the video, I seen y'all, the look on y'all's face when I asked about the family trauma. You were like,
wait a minute now.
I like those moments. See, those are my favorite moments. I'm like, because I want to make people think, because I know the reason why I do the show is like, a lot of people don't understand that although we are much different and we're from different parts of we're different nationalities, we're different races, we're all these different things, but we all have things in common. And the reason why I do this show is I don't want nobody to feel alone. The reason why I talk about these things is because you could be like, dang, I went through the same thing. Look, King of Diamonds went through the same thing and he's the top streamer. You know what I mean? It just helps people feel more human.
Facts.
Yeah. Especially when you were talking about how your family at the beginning, when you were saying you should just nip it in the bud or talk about it at a different time. Not everybody family dynamic is like that, Jen.
Right.
You got a different time, not to put it under,
right.
racist or whatever, but
cheers.
We are here.
Oh, it can come out. It does come out sometimes. But in my immediate household, like my brother, like I was speaking of, he's definitely let's just not talk about it and we'll just get over it. Mm-hmm. But let's just know what happens. Eventually, you keep pushing under the rug, guess what's going to happen? Eventually, that teapot going to whistle. And that's when it gets worse. When you've held that stuff onto that stuff for so long, and then it finally comes out, it's not going to come out in a good way, because now you've done pushed it on the rug, pushed it on the rug, pushed it on the rug, pushed it on the rug. Now you have this heaping pile of shit that you have to deal with because you didn't want to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? So now it's bigger than it would have been if you'd have just talked about it when it first happened.
Yeah.
You ain't lying, twin.
Twin, you ain't lying.
I ain't lying.
I know you lying. No.
I'm finna get out here though. It was a pleasure, you know what I'm saying, being on the panel.
Any of y'all can get in the box too after this if you want to talk.
Yeah, man. Who in here?
I appreciate seriously each and one of y'all. I love all of y'all for different reasons and for the same reason at the same time. But I appreciate each of you. Seriously, I think it worked out the way it needed to work out, and you all brought something different to the show. And I actually ended on time for the first time in like a couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? We really are twins, y'all. Do y'all see the resemblance? Just look at it. Look at the twin thing. We really is. We look just alike.
It's the eyebrows and the cheekbones.
It really is. It just we look just alike. Hold on, I'm gonna put my glasses on now. You know.
And the glasses. Yeah. It's the eyes, the eyebrows.
Yeah, don't do the glasses. No.
Yeah. Now they go, the cheekbones. When she got the glasses. When she got the glasses.
They're identical.
Identical. Seriously, listen, but I'm a little older because I was born first. I came out first.
Man, not you a little older.
Now she stepped out first.
Right. So he brewed in there a little bit longer. That's why he a little darker. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get enough. Time inside. I didn't get enough time on the inside the bank. You know
He
what
had
I'm
to
saying?
he had to cook a little longer. You had to
You
cook
had to
a
cook a
little
little
longer.
longer, you know. I'm like a turkey when you take it out the oven too soon. You feel me?
Damn.
But you know, you gotta laugh.
Shout
after
out to
talking
you
about
for having the courage to say that tonight.
Because fucking y'all, listen, I don't care what people think. I'm here to have fun with my friends. You know what I'm saying? This is my
Hey,
friends. All these people right here on this
hey,
panel are my friends. You know what I'm saying?
hey.
And if you can't joke with your friends, who can you? You know what I'm saying?
Twin, I'm out of this thing.
Like,
Ari, Calypso,
King
Teddy with the
Yo,
motherfucking
Cody.
Migos. You got to put the MF in there after tonight.
Right.
All right.
For real.
Big salutes to everybody. Like I said, it's a pleasure, man. Y'all know what time it is. I'll
You
be
already know
back
the vibes,
later.
bro.
If y'all want to catch me live, I'm gonna be back. Peace.
I love it here.
I love
I think
it
I forget it
more.
from time to time, but see, moments like tonight, I think is when I would come back to reality. Like, man, I do love it here sometimes.
Where's my
I
wife?
appreciate you
Secret.
for letting me be a part of your show tonight too.
Oh, you're gonna be back, so just know that, okay? You'll be back.
I don't got no choice.
No choice.
I ain't
No
got no
choice.
choice.
I'm just happy y'all brought the energy to keep me up because I was like,
Lips.
hey, Jen, you be so serious in your show. I like.
But I mean, I bring it back. I bring it back, you know, but because it's something. It's very like this is, I think, the difference between a lot of people in the shows. Like I look at this like I'm really Oprah in this motherfucker. Okay, I look like Oprah. I feel like Oprah. Like I take it seriously because I one day want this to grow bigger than this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want
And
this
it
just to be a
is.
tag thing. And it
It is
already is.
gonna
It's on
be.
YouTube. Okay, so you know that's why I said like every season I grow with my show. That's why I do different seasons because as I grow, my show grows. So yeah,
I'm gonna
go live.
talk to you guys later. I'm gonna go live since I'm up, but not too long because I gotta be up at 7.
Yeah, I gotta drive home. So
Thank
I'm
you,
out of
Ari.
here.
Y'all enjoy
Melissa, it
y'all
was
night.
nice seeing you, baby. You look nice.
I'm gonna definitely pull up on all of y'all.
Yeah, nice meeting you, Teddy. I didn't know who you was. Teddy got a hotel. Check it in one day.
Listen, I got you, Faye.
Okay.
Bye, y'all.
Aquano Sounds Production. What up, son?